Alrighty, folks. Well, here in the studio, we have the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Chris Newberry from our life department, because it is the month of love. It's Insure Your Love month. So we wanted to bring him in to talk about life. So, Mr. Chris, thank you for being here today. We appreciate you.
Thanks, Gillen. Appreciate it.
So first, let's start off with the headlines. Tell us what's going on in the marketplace this year.
Golly, it's been quite a journey here over the last 12 to 16 months. I guess the big headline is that we're in the middle of a term war like you wouldn't believe. Most of our top 2 or 3 or 4 carriers have repriced over a dozen times throughout the year. Good for consumers. The price has gone down, but they're getting tougher and tougher underwriting-wise.
What do you think's the cause of that?
Everybody wants to be at the top of a spreadsheet. You know, if you're not number 1, 2, or 3, your odds of getting seen or sold go way, way down. So they really feel like that if that's their market, they want to have the lowest cost term. And we've got a number of great term carriers that actually want to be in that market. So we're bringing you the very best price for term insurance. But it is a challenge to get that done. In addition to that, a couple of carriers have left the marketplace. American National decided they didn't want to sell term anymore. At American General has become Corebridge, so they did a whole name change. Then Bestow, which has been a great carrier partner of ours for instant issue, decided that they want to take a different direction in the market. We got a memo late last year, and they said, we're done. So we're got a solution for that, which is the great news, because it is the month of love. But we've got some opportunities there, so we need to make some changes. The big takeaway from that is that we'd love to help our agents with field underwriting, because if they're not at least talking to somebody about the underlying health conditions, those super competitive rates are not going to be available if there's a health issue. So there is some opportunities to do something there. A couple of statistics in addition. This is the 3rd year in a row that we've actually had a reduction in life expectancy. So people are living less in the United States. So the average.
Wow, way to go!
Yep.
Way to go, healthcare industry.
Yeah, it's sort of sad, really. But
do you have it on the top of your head, like? By how much is it decreasing?
Right now, the average life expectancy in the U.S. is about 76 years old. And that's down again by about a year, 3 years in a row. So we were just under 80 3 years ago. COVID's a part of that. Sadly, illegal drug use, fentanyl, is a big part of that.
I've been hearing about that.
Yeah.
That's a big problem.
And minorities have an even worse ratio than a lot of people do. So that's bad. The other statistic that is really bracing, especially in our business, is the average age of insurance producers. There is more producers in the marketplace in the United States, agents, over age 80 than there is under age 25. There's not a lot of new people coming into this business. And, 80-plus years old, a lot of those folks want to be doing something else. So we've got some options. We're talking about this a lot, but it's something that we all need to think about. So
do you have any theories on that, why that might be the case? Or just what's your opinion?
I think that there's a lot of people that say, I just don't want to be an insurance agent.
Yeah.
I'd rather be a financial planner or a stockbroker and maybe sell insurance as part of what I do, but not at all the whole thing. So it's different.
Because of like a reputation of insurance agents, maybe? They just don't want to be associated with that?
In our world, insurance is maybe the most honorable profession there is. So I don't get it, but the bottom line is that, it takes work. You got to sell. A lot of folks coming into this business don't want to sell. They just want to move it and do a transaction.
So, term wars, carriers are repricing. We've got some that have exited. we talked a lot last year about Bestow. We really pumped them up, and hey, whatever, parting ways. Now, you said there's a new solution coming to replace that. Are we allowed to talk about that yet?
Sure. We've done our due diligence. There are a lot of offerings out there. A lot of them advertise heavily. There's some great ones. What we wanted for our producers is that we wanted them to own the business. That's what we liked about Bestow.
Mm-hmm.
If you go with the big name in the marketplace, they actually own that business. So the agent doesn't own
Starting
anything.
with an E, that company?
That may be. Yeah, that may be.
Yeah, so if you are a broker, probably on your social media, you see ads for this company all the time that we're hinting at. And it sounds like a cool program.
Mm-hmm.
And it is to some extent. Think of it as like if you knew about Bestow, it's basically the same thing, except to Chris's point, you're not actually the agent of record, right? That's not actually your client. They are.
It's their client.
Right. So you guys have been finding alternatives to that.
Right. So we probably did our due diligence on maybe half a dozen different operations. The one we've decided on will be launching here in the next few weeks. We've made a decision. We're working through our contracting with them to make sure that it's doing everything for our producers we want it to do. So we're just short of rolling it out. But what this is a really good-looking template. It looks, the experience is going to be like you're texting your friend. And basically it'll say, what's your name? And say, my name's Gillen. And it'll say, hi, Gillen. Let's get started. And you just basically do that kind of a back and forth, really. And you end up with the same thing. You end up with an insurance policy.
Awesome.
So there's guaranteed issue, but there's also going to be a simplified issue that's maybe more competitive rates. If they don't mind asking more medical questions and answering those, we can get them an even better opportunity. And it's with 2 or 3 carriers, not just one carrier. So they're going to have some options there that's available to them.
That's exciting. So we will have an alternative for you guys.
Right.
Well, let's now pivot into, it's 2023 now. It's a brand new year. You guys have some plans. And you had kind of put, here's my response for 2023. So tell us about that.
Yeah, so we did a lot of great things in 2022, and we want to just sort of build off those, maybe refashion a couple of things that were working well that we wanted to work great. One of those things has been our CPP, our Core Partner Program. As you know, every month we do a partner with one of our carriers and have a WebEx, have marketing material pushed out, and really get to know a particular carrier. And it's great information. It's not just product-driven. It's sales idea-driven, and we love it.
You guys have not checked that out before. Maybe you're a Medicare or an ACA producer and you haven't looked at our life programs. What Chris is talking about, every single month they do this training. So if you want to check it out, you may not always get the email invite. I know sometimes those get lost in your different folders in your Gmail. But just go to thebrokerageinc.com. If you go to our webinars page, you'll see the next one every month. So I want to let you know about that.
Right. And we're going to do that this year. But instead of having one carrier a month, we're going to mix the carriers in with concept. So, for example, in February here, we're going to concentrate on final expense as a product. We get a lot of calls about final expense on a daily, weekly basis. So we're going to do sort of a general final expense presentation, and then we'll probably do a couple of add-ons where we spotlight a couple of the carriers that people have asked that they want to know more about. So that's coming. Business insurance is a hot topic. We're going to focus in on business insurance in a couple of months. Long-term care awareness month comes in the fall every year. And we had a tremendous response to our long-term care WebExes we did. So we're going to repeat that. That's a market that we're big into. So it's an opportunity there for you. That happened, and then we did life road shows last year. And we had a blast doing those. So we went to, we were here in the Metroplex. We also did Houston, San Antonio, and Corpus Christi. And great opportunities for our agents to meet our carrier partners, get some great sales ideas. What we have found, though, that what we really need to do in 2023 to follow up on that is to go deeper. And what we're going to do is sort of morph those into boot camps, if you will. So we're going to go to those same cities, the Metroplex, Houston, San Antonio, Corpus Christi, but it's going to be more of a hands-on experience. So we'll have you into our great offices in those cities, and we're going to ask everybody to bring their computer, and we want you to leave that day being competent and confident on how to run an illustration, how to submit an application, how to get contracted with a carrier. It's all there on our website, so it's very, very easy to do.
And those, you said, are what time of year you're going to do those, you think?
Probably springtime.
Okay. So, guys, kind of make a note on your calendar if you're wanting to get more involved with life insurance, or maybe you just want to dip your toes and get started with it. We're bringing these boot camps in person to several of our offices in the spring, so kind of make a note of that.
Yep, we're excited about that. We're also adding, we don't add a lot of carriers, we add carrier relationships that make sense. A couple of them that we are adding this year, American Amicable for final expense. A lot of our agents have asked about American Amicable. They are a carrier actually based in Waco, Texas, of all places. But we're excited about having them on board. They're onboarding right now. We're also going to be adding other carriers. The instant issue is going to be added soon as well. So we'll be rolling that out. Probably a special WebEx for that. So we'll be doing something in that regard. The other thing that's been really fun for us in 2022 that we're going to expand upon a lot in 2023 is other products. Everybody knows they can come to us for life insurance or final expense. But what we're finding is people want to talk about long-term care. They want to talk about annuities. They want to talk about life settlements. Long-term care is the opportunity for you to have some insurance that if something were to take you down, if you can't do your activities of daily living, then there is a policy that will actually pay your bills for you.
Right.
It's pretty exciting. The other product, annuities, gosh, I mean, I don't know if you've looked at your investments lately, but
Was it down like 20%, I think?
oh, then
you're a
fortunate guy then.
Of course, I don't have a lot yet
But
in my funds.
yeah, but it's staggering.
Yeah.
People are looking for safety.
Yeah.
Annuities are that safe place to put your money, and we've got a turnkey annuity program with a variety of carriers. And we had our best year that we've ever had in annuities last year. This year is going to be even better. So that's an opportunity for you. Finally, life settlements. There is a market for those that don't need a life insurance policy anymore. There are people that will actually buy that life insurance policy. And we work with a group that saturates the market and finds the best offers. So if you've got somebody, we look at their life expectancy, we look at the underlying policy they own, and we come back to them with the best offer. So that's a big part of what we're doing now and on into this year. So these other products have something in common. They all have a separate license that you need to have in any state you're doing these with to get appointed. So we've got the options for you to do that outside of it, but some agents just don't want to get appointed to do it. It is about 8 hours of CE that you have to redo with a refresher every couple of years. So there is a commitment on that. And every carrier has training, much like Medicare. They have their own carrier-specific training that you'll have to do for most of these products as well. So that's an opportunity. We can help you with that. A lot of our folks here at the brokerage are already licensed to do it, so we can make it easy for you.
And are you implying they're kind of our referral programs as well?
Yeah, that really is it. I mean, one of the things that, we talked earlier about agents that are, more mature out there in the marketplace. We've talked about Medicare agents that are just busy. I mean, I get calls during Medicare season and they say, Chris, I don't want to write this policy. I got stuff to do.
Yeah.
In the world of Medicare, I don't have time. So we need to have options for them. So we are launching a referral program that will allow these folks, and what they want mostly, they want protection. They want to know that their clients are being taken care of and there's not another agent sneaking in there
Yeah.
to take their business. So we're not going to take anybody's business. These are our agents and our business partners. They're all your relationships. So we're not taking anything from you, but we are going to pay you an opportunity, a referral fee, a split, whatever your license allows. But call us at the brokerage team on the life side, Sherry or myself, and we'd love to talk to you about that.
So long-term care, we'd love for you to sell it. That would be awesome. But if you don't want to do it, we've got our referral program. Annuities, same thing. You've got the ability to do both if you're partnered with the brokerage. Either way, you're going to be taking care of your client in the way that works best for them and works best for you as the broker.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah, we're really excited about it. So we've got a lot of stuff going on this year. We're busy. And our road shows, I'm going to be on the road here beginning next week, and we'll be delivering through February our life bonus checks. And we've got, we're giving out more money than ever before. So we're excited about that. Let me, too, leave you with a sales idea. And oddly enough, it was based on a meeting I had last week with a doctor friend. And she said, hey, I was on TikTok, and I heard about this. Yeah, I couldn't believe this. The conversation was starting like this. And she said, they were talking about this new kind of insurance that you don't have to die to get benefits. I said, well, yeah. I mean, that is absolutely something we talk about, the living benefits within a life insurance program. So if somebody were to have a critical, chronic, or terminal illness, with most policies that we sell, they have an opportunity to get benefits while they're alive from that. And if it's permanent insurance, they've got cash value that they can take out and have a weekend in the islands, or buy braces for their kid, or whatever they want to do with it. So we've got a lot of opportunities like that. I'm stunned that it came from TikTok. And the way we sort of position it at the brokerage is that we ask our agents to say, hey, here's a conversation starter. Do you have the old kind of insurance or the new kind of insurance? The new kind is those with living benefits. The old kind is those that don't have it. So it's a great way to start a conversation if, in fact, your client does not look at TikTok on a regular basis. So the end of the story is I am seeing her again here in a couple of weeks, and we're going to follow up on that TikTok video. So we're going to get to the bottom of this.
So do you have the old kind or the new kind?
Right.
Conversation starter. Good tip.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Alrighty, folks. Well, again, it's Insure Your Love month, so we wanted to bring you some life insurance information. Lots of info today, and there's a lot that you can take action on, right? We've got these core partner programs, the boot camps coming up, lots of great carrier options, other products, referrals. There's a lot you can do with the brokerage when it relates to life insurance, so make sure you check out those resources. And Chris, how can they get in touch with the Life team?
We are all over the website. We've got, it's like, our website is like a menu at a fine restaurant. The best part of a menu is a dessert, and the tile for life insurance is the last tile. So it's actually a dessert. There's a Meet the Team that has all of our contact information, but Sherry Kelson, Crystal Torres, and myself are in the marketing department. We've got our great case management team in our Corpus office, and then we've got several contracting people that are dedicated to life insurance.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing with us today.
Thanks.